was just like putting on my headphones. Thank you, Rico guy. I don't know if that's a compliment or bad. Alright guys, that was obviously Star Wars. It might have been a little loud. I can't tell how loud it's coming in on the other side, so I apologize if it's too loud. Okay, so I'm not going to take too much time today. I'm going to try to stay in the 30-minute bracket today, just because I've got somewhere to be. So, well, it's been a little bit rough. It continues to be that way. So let me load up on charts. My main trade right now is the Euro Australian dollar, and so I'm going to load that on chart to show you guys what's been taking place currently. Okay. All right, so this is what we're looking at right now. Uh, so first position was a short. Now I was with the trend here, guys. I was with the trend, looking for the Euro Australian dollar to push down with the weak euro. That's been happening all last week. That's kind of changed this week um, since we hit pretty much the bottom of this channel on October 25th, and it's shot up since then. So what's been going on is that I had a looking at my indicator. I have two resistance points. Now the first one was at around 43.3, and so I entered a short with the hopes that it would go down. It didn't. Uh, so then I entered a long with the potential for it to break out there and shoot up, and that didn't happen. It shot back down, hit the short. So in this circumstance, again trying to eye the return with the trend. So push up, push back down. That was canceled out. And then it shot up again from there and broke the resistance point. And now I'm currently in another buy with the potential for it to continue. Now I got caught in a little bit of a range here with these three orders, and then I'm in my fourth. Now, as you guys know, I can go 5 levels. 5 levels before I need to close out for a total loss. The loss shouldn't be too big. Uh, it will be in the probably 3 to 4% area if I do end up pulling out a loss. But I still have this trade active. It was really close to taking profit. It was only 10 pips away. We're right at the resistance point. It does look like it may have some retracement on that push up and come down a bit some today. We'll see how it behaves at the resistance near the 1.44189 or just near the whole number up there. So an important area, but we have changed directions. It's moved up. And this is just on the Euro Australian dollars, moved up 300 pips since the 25th. All right, so my next pending order is placed sell stop. So just in case it does continue down on its downward trend, this would be my last order, my last short right here. And if this happens to bounce back up and hit the resistance, then I'll close out for a loss for the total loss, and that will be it. So what is this looking like right now? Well, it's not looking amazing. This is the way I have to trade this. This is the way I trade on a U.S. broker because I can't hold on to positions. So that looks like I'm not scared to show you guys this. It's okay. I may get criticized for it, but that's all right. So that's what these losses that I've been showing you look like. So they total out to be about 1.3% for the week. And if this closes out, if the current trade does end up closing out, I doubt it will today. I don't think that this will push up the rest of the day. If anything, I think it will push that back down and look for support in this area. But if it does happen to shoot back up, I will come out with about 2% profit and an overall profit of about 0.5 or 0.7% on the account. So that's what I'm looking at now. Like I said, I was really close. I was only about 10 pips away. Unfortunately, didn't make it. So still looking at a overall loss on the account, at least as a total, and losing a month of 12.83%. Still continues to be my worst month in about 16 months. Okay, so moving on, we're still eyeing my fourth position, and for this to hit my take profit. Not sell short here, look for about 60 pips profit on the downside, and then I'll be out of this trade. So still a little bit of room left here before taking a full loss. Unfortunately, it got stuck in this small range here, but we'll see if it comes out. All right, so the odd CAD. Now this is looking much better. I took this trade with the trend. So the trend on the 4-hour daily, all of them were up. As you can see. And I took this position back yesterday, and it's gradually moved down since then. And it did bounce a bit from there, but continued down. Right now, I'm currently getting another small retracement. My order's placed at the 1.08 level, and my take profit is about 41 pips. I may take a little bit less because the trade did go against me a bit, so I would need much more of a retracement in order to close out my position. So I likely will close out at the daily pivot level. I'm actually going to change that now. Okay. All right. So we're going to look at the other pairs. The news that came out today, as you guys probably know, the USD news. So it was pretty much the only news that's come out today. And that's the GDP. USD GDP. Now you can see that the numbers were significantly better than the forecast. Uh, I'm surprised that the USD didn't bounce a lot more than it did. I mean, the news was initially reacted to, so it did push back down just a little bit before it shot back up. So this is the candle that we're looking at for that happening. It's a bit interesting to see that take place, where the numbers were good, but it looks like people are still wanting to hold their long positions to continue the push up or the retracement that's been happening. The euro is trying to make a bit of a recovery against the USD in here. It's a bit slow, but it continues to push up. Right now, we are at a support, a resistance area. The euro is trying to decide where it's going here, uh, and it's kind of holding out. We need a break above there, a candle break and a close to really see if it may continue. The UJ, the news that came out on the USD, that was this candle, and it looked like it was going to push down from there. Right now, I'm not so sure, since the USD news was at least ignored as of now so far on the against the euro. The trends continue on pretty much all pairs, guys, as of at this point, or the trend the retracements. So what I'm talking about here is the euro US dollar continues to push up. The UJ is continuing to push up. The euro Japanese yen also continues to push up. And that's just a few of them. Now the thing is that when I say retracements, because all of these have been in a lot of these have been in downtrends, um, and pushing down in a pretty big way, especially euro pairs. And this is the retracement that I'm talking about. Currently, it's a trend. They're trending on the 1 hour chart, but on the daily, they're still down. We'll see how far the euro does end up pushing by the end of the day. Uh, right now, like I said, on my euro Australian dollar pair, it's looking for a bit of a push down at this point. I'm not sure where it will find a a support level. I'm guessing near the pivot point, maybe a bit higher. Uh, uh, Kerbo FX, let me explain a little bit what I'm talking about. So you can see my positions here. The first trade was a 0.04 lot short. This was a 0.08 lot. So the short. This was a long, and this was also a short. Okay, so the long at 0.08. This short here was 0.16. And the current position is a 0.32. Now, what I'm doing here is trying not to get stuck in in too many of the same order. So, for example, uh, let's say I shorted here, let's say I shorted here, let's say I shorted here. Now, if I used to have a lot of trades in the same direction, and so if it did trend against me, I'd get stuck in a pretty bad position. Right for pretty much the trend to continue in either direction, just for a push up or a push down. In this case, right now I'm getting a ranging market and it's bouncing like this, which isn't great for me, but I can go quite a few levels before getting into too much trouble. So that's what I'm shooting for. Um, it's not. My trading strategy is the same. So that's basically where I'm entering with the trend. My first position is with the trend, where it pushes up, retracement. I enter a position, look for a push down, and the continuation of the trend. Now that didn't happen. It went against me, so I'm in the position of trying to correct the trade and trying to get out of it in either break even or small profit. Um, so the original trade didn't work out for me. And so right now, that's why I'm trying to correct it. And hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so you guys know that I took out my position on the UJ, and I'm glad I did with the way it's behaving. So my entry was at the top. I closed out here with the potential for it to continue to bounce up. And it has been kind of flat in a small range in here. And right now it's again shooting back up. The GJ is one of the few pairs that's not really following the others. Uh, I mean, there's been some range situations going on the pound Australian dollar, but the pound USD has seen a lot more of a push down in the last 24 hours or so. Sorry guys, it looks like I'm losing connection again. Uh, Rinko guy, when are you going to see when this kind of trading isn't going to work? Uh, it will work actually. I'm still getting some lag here. It will work. So I'm not really sure what's going on. You guys can probably see. My internet signal just keeps getting weak all of a sudden. Not really sure why that's happening. I'm probably gonna have to call my internet provider. Uh, Rinko guy. So what I was saying is that this type of trading will work, and I think I should probably just prove to you what I'm talking about. It's the money management that I'm mostly talking about. Hold on a second. Okay, I'll give that a second. All right. So Wrinkle guy, I know that you've been very critical of my trading. That's okay. Um, I mean, you should be critical of it, honestly, because uh, I've been struggling. Um, but what I'm talking about is this type of money management. So what you see here, I mean, this is just an EA that's just running the money management. So exactly what I'm doing here on the chart. It's not making sense to Kerbo FX right now, but it will as time goes on, um, where I have dips in my equity. Yes, I will have dips in the equity, and then it will jump up. It's very similar, guys. It's really similar to what Joe Pro is doing on his money management. I've been talking with him about it as well. And so what you'll see with the money management is you see $15 profit, $15 loss, $30 loss, $60 loss, and then $120 profit. That's the martingale type of idea here, where it will make up the profit of the past few trades. And now it's important to use this type of trading with a cutoff. I know Joe Pro does it, where he says he's got a certain amount of trades before he cuts off and accepts the loss. It's the same thing here. Um, and that's what this type of situation looks like. Where this is how I have to do it. I have to have dips in the actual money management here and here and here, all these areas, in order to because of the FIFA regulations. Um, so this is what I'm implementing into an EA that includes the strategy. This EA just has the money management. It's just buying and selling at random times without any strategy. And you can see that overall the money management type works really well, and it works really well over the long term. But it needs to adapt to the market. It needs to know when to enter trades, and so there's definitely work that needs to be involved in fixing that. Um, Wrinkle Guy, when you say that when you're going to know that this isn't working, uh, if I continue to lose, yeah, that's how I'll know. But at this point, I have a lot of confidence in this. I've visually back tested it uh, over a- over a year on pretty much all of my pairs to see what the average for this type of situation happening a lot of times. And usually, in most cases, it won't go above 5. But in some cases, it has. And so I plan to make some changes to modify it so that this will continue to work. Um, Now it's still new. The money management idea it's still fresh to this system. So what I'm doing here is I'm still using the support resistance. I'm still taking trades with the trend at this point, and then I continue to go from there. Robert FX, I don't have the EA yet. The EA will be doing this for me once it's ready. Kerbo, I don't understand what you're trying to do, Ryan. I just don't understand your entry points. Okay, so let me get into that now, and that'll probably be the last thing I talk about today. Um, so my entry point was at 1.433, right? So what we're looking at is a downtrend on the 4 hour, a downtrend on the daily, and a downtrend on the 1 hour on the Euro Australian dollar, right? Okay. Um, and the first entry, that was the first entry, was at the support, the resistance level, right at 1.43, and that was a pretty good level. As you can see, it was hit here. It was almost hit at this level as well, and it was hit multiple times in the past. And it was used uh, as a support way back, way back in the past as well, as you can see right here. That was back in December. And so it was a long time ago that it was hit there, but it is definitely a resistance point, which, as we know, can turn into support levels. I liked it. I liked it there for an entry for a short position. And then the second entry was just in case it went against me, and when it happens to go against me, then I'd shoot up, then it would go up, and I would hit profit on the other side. That didn't happen, so I did the same thing, shooting, hoping for or looking for profit on the short side. Didn't happen. I got stuck in a range, and so now I'm currently on the buy side again, looking for profit on the upside. So that's the weakness of this type of trading is getting stuck into a range type of market situation. Like I said before, uh, but the Euro Australian dollar is a big trending pair, and I expect that it will push up from here, and I'll be out of this trade either by today or maybe by the beginning or first few days of trading next week. But this is exactly why I don't like doing a stream on these days. Um, is because if I'm having a losing day, one, or my track record is down, then the people are either one, less interested in what I'm doing, two, very skeptical, and three, uh, uh, just don't really want to listen to what's being said, and that's okay. Um, so in that case, that's a lot of times why I'll make things short. I'll make things short on these days because you don't want to see losing trades. You don't want to see a trader either struggling or whatnot. And so yeah, it makes sense just to end the day a bit early at only about 30 minutes. Um, I don't see any potential trades going on uh, here. The trends are continuing, so if there's any potential trades, it would be counter trend at this point. Um, and I'm not planning on doing much counter trend trading. There was a pound CAD trade here at the daily support level, and at 1.62375. That happened a few hours ago. I did miss it, but I don't have a lot of margin at this point, and so I'm not too interested in taking that. Hedge Bitcoin, come on, buddy. All right, guys, I'm done for today. See ya.